Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Nosed Derby Podcast. Who's ready for some news?
Some big news. Some kid on Christmas morning type of news.
It's definitely some breakthrough shit. Something that we've talked about a lot on here. Derek's gay. Oh, no, that wasn't it.
Only if I moaned. There was no moaning going on. There could have been some squealing and some squalling going on, but no moaning. Anybody who listens have kind of reached out to us when a post was made yesterday about some big news. Instantly, guys were messaging from over towards that direction.
Just fucking tell them.
We get to go to Utah, boys and girls. We get to go to Utah.
We got an invitation, and we get to do some really cool shit.
Yes.
Dudes have completely opened their arms, and they're setting us up.
Yes.
We're getting full access shit. We get to do all the cool stuff. We've even got access to some shit that other people don't.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody knows I did get to go to Border Wars in Nebraska.
Fuck you.
I'm still getting that. Like a month later, I'm still getting a fuck you. Where the Nebraska Derby guys took me in. You know, we've said so many times that everybody up there treated you like family. Hell, most of them treated me better than my own family. Well, there was a gentleman up there that did the live feed with them who's originally from Iowa by the name of Derek Court. Derek now lives in New Mexico, and he does full contact TV with Johnny Gulo and Gumby and their crew. So while the video and live stream wasn't going on, Derek and I actually finally got to, really talk on Saturday after the podcast that they did with us. And we were, talking about bucket list shows, which Derek's got something going on I haven't even talked to you about. They're wanting to come this way next spring. And he's trying to get that lined up too. So I told him, I was like, my bucket list is going to watch one of these badass shows in Utah. So he says, first question is why? Which me and you have talked. Them dudes don't give two fucks junking their own shit.
They don't care.
Junking anybody else's shit.
I mean, shit, like, go back and read some of their flyers. I've seen on it, run what you brung. And eat some pork.
A lot, yeah. So Derek and I had been conversing pretty much since I left Nebraska. So he sent me a Snapchat the other day, and he's got a couple cars sitting in the shop, motors that he's just building. He's an LS guy.
I have to give him some shit about that.
And he said, I finally got to, while I'm building motors and cleaning the shop, he said, I finally got a chance to start listening to the podcast. He said, I fucking dig it. I was like, man, appreciate you. And I was just being a smart ass. I was like, man, did you make that Utah shit happen yet? He said, I'll be right back. Hold on a second. So we chilled, and by that time, he sends me a Snapchat with a phone number. He said, I just called him. He said, call him. I said, okay. So the gentleman that he pointed me in the direction to was Johnny, one of the owners of Stirrin Dirt, and Johnny and I conversed, and they are welcoming with open arms.
Fuck yes, they are.
They're gonna do a podcast episode out there live in Johnny's shop. But this one, I want to break this down because a lot of guys, even the guys at work today, we were talking, and he was like, man, why are you so... He's like, you're fucking giddy like a little teenage kid. I said, well, those guys out there are wired different. We've talked.
Well, it's the environmental thing. Like, we've talked about it. They run different than we do.
In the middle of a fucking mountain range.
Yeah.
There's no bad scenery. You're in mountains.
And
snow on the top. It
seems like everything they run out there is like in a Coliseum type deal, you know, like fucking old school gladiator bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because their builds aren't really that much different than ours, it's just their fucking drive style. They don't care. They don't give a shit. Because I've had to break this down for people too. Whenever, you know, we first started talking, you were like, hey, I think these guys are going to make it happen where we can go out there. And I was like, well, you're fucking not going without me. I was like, I'll fucking quit my job. But we started talking about that. And like I said, it's not like we're going to run out there every derby. But this is something that I want to see. Like, what we started this deal for, whenever, you know, I first come to you with the idea of the podcast deal, like, this is the shit we're trying to break down for people. Like, this is the coverage we want to get our listeners. Like, it has taken us over a year to finally gain the traction that we're looking for. We can thank the guys with Stirrin Dirt after this deal. Sam Williams.
Yep.
That dude gets credit. You know, I mean, because he's another one that open arms every time we're around him.
Yes.
Get in here, boys. You know, let's make this shit happen.
Yeah.
You know, and because like with the Whiskey City deal, we just told him we were going to be there, and he's like, "Oh well, we're going to set you up here. You know, this is what we're doing. Whenever you come out to Gold Rush, you know, we've got this set up for you. This is what we're doing." These dudes with Stirrin Dirt and all that, they're like, "Hey, we need shirt sizes, all this shit. We want you on the live feed." And it's just, the more information that we can retain and the more diversified we can be, the more informative we can be on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm telling you guys, Derek had to twist my arm to go on this. But he was like, this is for the greater good, you know.
No, hold on. What did I sent one simple text? And what did that simple text say?
Let me read it real quick. What did that say? Let's go back here. I said, fuck it, I'll fly with you.
Because you did say that a while back. Well, right after I got back from Nebraska. Because if anybody knows Steven, he's talked. He has never flown. He said the only way he would fly was, what'd you say, a bunch of cocaine and Red Bull?
Yeah, some shit like that.
So I asked him, I said, serious question. Were you serious about flying? And you said, yes, sir. And then I told him what was going on, and he was like, holy shit. Yeah, so like we've said, the messengers have been blowing up Snapchats and shit, and everybody's, oh, can we leave me in suspense, leave me, you know. And I just said, just pay attention to Thursday morning.
Right. Well, let's break this show down.
Let's break it down. September 16th.
Yep. Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yes, sir.
Which, have you ever been to Salt Lake?
I have flown into it a handful of times, but I've never actually got to go anywhere other than the fucking airport.
I ended up with an insurance claim out there one time. It's real cool.
This show is called Reckoning.
Yep, the Day of Reckoning.
We're going to break this down a little bit more.
40 cars.
40 light weld rule cars.
Right.
Pre-runs allowed.
Yes.
First 40 registered.
Get $1,000 after they've passed tag.
Yes. These guys are paying out 40 grand.
Before the fucking show starts.
Correct. Before a car pulls onto the track. 40 G's, boys and girls.
Shit, maybe I ought to take a car. I'll just buy one out there. Make sure it passes tag.
We did converse on that. Johnny Gulo broke it down. He said, here's my deal. He said, we get more out-of-state drivers than we do in-state drivers at our shows. Where I give back for passing tech to do that, he says, I can't guarantee you're going to get money at coming to one of our shows to Derby. He said, I can't pay you back your time. He said, but I can help cover that fuel.
Yeah.
Whether it's a $500 fuel bill or an $800 fuel bill. He says, and I'm going to break it down a little bit more too. He tries to help the sport. He tries to help the shows with no sponsors. His exact words were, he says, man, I don't know how Sam Williams and the guys do it with sponsors. He said, they can pull sponsors out of their ass. He said, I can't get any. But that's just him as a businessman giving back to the driver who comes to support their shows.
Well, and we're getting to see a little bit of that trickle down here with Junior.
Yes.
I seen that he posted something the other day. He's got the first 50 entries are paid for Lewistown.
Yep. Yeah. This thing is going to have 8,000 to win, 4,000 for second, 2,000 for third. 2 individual Mad Dogs that are paying 3 G's a piece.
3 G's. So that means PJ and Doyle could both
take home fat checks.
Yeah, that way they didn't have to.
Yep. Something that they are doing new for this year is they're doing B main payouts.
Yep.
So if you don't make it through, they're paying 4, 2, and 1 with a Mad Dog of another G.
Which that's like the first place I would have went. Like if I was going out there, that's where I would have looked first.
Yes.
Is there a fucking B main payout? That's where I need to be.
Go
and
out,
then
break the stick.
Yeah, well, let's see if there's anything at the bottom of that. Is there a C main? Because I bet I could kick ass in the C main.
And they are having your favorite.
I know, minis.
They're having minis.
Can't wait.
That's 1,500, 750, 375, 200 with a Mad Dog of 500. But it just comes back to, dude, he's paying you $1,000
to pass fucking tech.
To pass tech.
First 40 cars.
To pass tech, you're getting $1,000. We broke it down a little bit on the phone. He and Johnny and Gumby and their crew, they teched 120 cars 2 weeks ago in Logan, Utah in 4 hours.
So that means they're either really good at teching or that's loose tech? Is that what that means?
That's why he does the 1,000, is because that guy is not trying to overbuild. He's not trying to do dumb shit that he can't fix there that we have talked about so much. Never do something you can't fix there. Because these guys are traveling 500 miles, 600, 800 miles, or however many fucking miles they're driving, which is a lot. Knowing they're going to get $1,000 when they pass it. Or you could do something really fucking stupid to take that chance at not passing it and then turn your loaded car, turning that bitch around and going back home.
Right.
But this is the last points race that these guys are having. Their points race is broke down cool as shit.
Fuck yes it is. I don't know how well you could implement that here. I'm sure you could pull some stuff out of it, but them doing what they're doing out there with their little circuit, it works, and it's fucking killer.
Yeah. Because they give bonus points, you know, if you go to a different show. Because if they do 5, but like Stirrin Dirt will maybe sponsor 2 or 3 different shows, local shows, fair shows, or whatever.
You get points on that end.
Correct.
Of it too.
Yeah, you get an extra 20 bonus points for going. So it's just way easier. So they started the points back in April. They had an April show, a May show, a couple July shows.
Hey, let's back up from that for just a second. We'll get back into that here in a minute. Let's tell some people that listen that don't know what Stirrin Dirt is, how long ago they started.
Stirrin Dirt has been in the game almost 30 years.
That's crazy to think that someone would even want to fucking keep doing it that long.
For 30 years. How old are you?
33.
So
An old 33.
Yeah,
though.
so Steven was 3 years old when when Stirrin Dirt started.
How old are you, motherfucker?
I'm 46.
Jesus.
Yes, bitch, I'm old.
Do you remember when they found dirt?
I'm not quite that old.
Derek remembers when they found the dirt to start stirring.
Yeah, because I was,
Geriatric fuck.
I am a geriatric motherfucker. I will promise you.
But we might get some better seats on the plane for that.
I wish.
He's
I don't
handicapped.
I don't think you get shit till you're like 60. No, I do not get the senior citizen discount, smart ass.
All right, well, okay. So, yeah, they started 30 years, almost 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like they don't know how to put on a show.
Correct.
And I want everybody that doesn't know about the whole Utah thing, and I know we've touched on it some, but never really got in depth. So this episode might not be for everybody, but the ones that are curious, I want you to go get on YouTube immediately and start watching Utah videos.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see what we're excited to go watch. I love watching it on TV. I mean, I do. It's fucking cool. I get to sit here at the house, drink beer, get to watch that shit. I cannot wait to get out there and get to talk to these drivers. Because these aren't drivers that we get to talk to around here.
No. Fuck no.
I mean...
Unless it's over the phone.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, we're not going to say no names. There are a few that we know that'll be out there. I'm ready to go talk to these guys and see how their mentality lines up with the dudes here in the Midwest.
Well, I can tell you one of their mentalities is they don't give a fuck.
No. But we've got some guys around here that don't give a fuck.
Correct. But for some reason, them guys are just on a different level of fuck it.
You're going to offend somebody. You're going to offend somebody.
Okay. 10 of those to 1 here. That's just do a 10 to 1 ratio.
Yeah, I mean, and the videos prove that shit. Their tracks are dry. They're fast. And they look like they're decent size. I haven't got a measurement on any of that yet because I've been doing some homework on it, ever since you told me that I was going to have to start flapping my arms real hard. But, like I said, I'm ready to get out there. I'm ready to do a snippet episode, that we've talked about, where maybe we can get this guy for 15 minutes. We can go hammer on this dude for 15 minutes because the dudes are going to be busy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because this isn't a one and done deal.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. The thing about Utah, they build these stadiums for a sole purpose of to pack 10,000 people in the stands to watch cars get junked.
Right. And they do that.
Junked. And I'm not saying that they don't use them for other things, maybe a horse rodeo or something like that.
Gross.
Correct.
Not the rodeo part, just the horses.
The horses.
Horses are like the compacts of the livestock world.
I'm allergic to them, so I can't even get nowhere around.
That's the way I am about compacts.
But this show here that we do get to go partake in September, it's a brand new facility. Brand new. Built by... It's the state fairgrounds is what it is. And I got an email photo of this thing, kind of an aerial, not like I don't know, a really good, cool ass angle to show you everything. One thing that they do different is their starts.
We tried that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was confused.
Uh,
All of our tracks are fucking square.
Correct.
Nobody knew. They kept hitting the corners.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do. So the pace is picked up right off the bat.
What I love seeing on those roundy round starts is that motherfucker that is on, that's turning real hard left on one side, and then there's another motherfucker that's doing the same thing on the other end, and they meet in the middle.
Yes, wide open.
I just, like I said, I'm excited to get out there and see the build stuff that they're doing, the different shit, the parts they're using, you know, how they're doing it. I mean, because I have seen some of their cars out there that they're running like these guys are here, and they're not fucking bending.
Correct. I know Wasatch County, their rules are a little bit different.
Right.
I did get broken down to me the other night. We're talking 03 and imps with kickers and shit on them at Wasatch County. So you're talking super hard, which this show is going to be, I mean, hard ass cars anyways. But we've said you got a couple tanks meeting in the middle at 40 mile an hour. Shit's happening. Moving, doing whatever they wanted to do. They also own full contact TV.
Which was something else that I got informed.
That is another product that Stirrin Dirt has. They will do a live feed such as Track Shot Live, Nebraska Derby. So you can go and sit in your living room or your shop and
see our goofy asses.
Yes.
I'm gonna wear the most obnoxious fucking t-shirt I can.
I kind of think you got to wear the one that they're going to give us.
I'll have something under it or something. I'll wear a fucking neckerchief.
And a bolo.
Yeah.
But
looking like Fred on that bitch.
This, yeah, I mean, I really do, dude. I think if the people that are listening that aren't catching why we're so excited, if they would go on that YouTube and go watch Utah Derby's hardest hits. I watched some today in about 10 minutes, and roughly 4 minutes into it, there was dudes on top of dudes.
Yeah.
That did sound pretty fucking bad, didn't it? One of them PJ'd one and removed a dude's roof sign.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, for me, it comes down to I can't wait to go talk to these guys. Because, I mean, honestly, and my wife will fucking verify this 100%. Whenever we go to these derbies, I'm a fucking social butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gone. Motherfuckers lose me. I'm bouncing around. Like, that is how this shit works for me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know, I want to talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I know you're there because you're wanting that, you're ready to go watch that Utah Derby.
Yes.
I'm ready to pick apart these Utah Derby builders. Like, I want to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, this, we have some info here that we can't talk about that was sent to me today. But here's what we're going to break down. The boss did give me permission. We can talk about how many states are signed up, paid, and registered for the show.
It's full.
Arkansas, Arizona, California, Canada, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, Nebraska, Nevada, South Dakota, Utah, and Wyoming. That is just...
That Wyoming car, they probably won't even have to pull it there. It'll just blow over into Utah.
I think on this one, they took 50. Is what he told me. They took 50 because we always know there's always that. Somebody didn't get the shit done. Something happened. You know, they went over to make sure they at least got their 40. That will show. And again, past tech, you get $1,000. 1,000.
G-Bird.
So what these guys do for the sport out there is insane. $40,000 payout before any cars hit the track. Any. And then you still got filler classes. You still got the minis. And I don't think there is... Filler heat cars are pre-registered and entrance fee paid upon passing inspection. Oh, they get $100 for passing inspection. A mini car.
It's about twice more than what they deserve. Somebody's gonna finally shoot me. I'm gonna finally get shot over that.
Maybe not shot, but at least maybe a hot shot or something.
They need to take that money and put it to the big cars, so the big car guys get like $1,100.
So, serious guys, if you will go to YouTube and just punch that shit up, you will understand why we are as giddy as what we are right now.
I'm excited.
I don't know how I'm going to like TSA with you, though.
Well, I guarantee
No.
you will get pulled to the side like you do.
I always get pulled to the side, but fuck it, I'm saying it. Has everybody seen the movie Soul Plane? And somebody comes through TSA and gets onto a plane. TSA follows them into that same said plane because Steven's got that beard.
Oh fuck! Come on now.
You're gonna have to shave before you go.
He's the dark complected. So as long as he doesn't wear a little turban or something on his head, we might be okay.
I've got my jihad ready.
They can do cavity searches. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, then I'm definitely sign me up. Bud Light in one hand, TSA agent in the other.
I'll go to the side. Oh my God. This is gonna be a trip.
Well, I just want to know how much I can drink before I get on the plane because I'm scared to fucking death already.
You can drink on the plane. You can drink beer or whiskey drinks.
I'm gonna need drugs, I think.
Even if I can do it, you can do it.
Yes. Our editor is scared of heights and claustrophobic.
I may have cried like a baby, but I made it.
She only cried once.
Derek may have been regretting the fact that he just married me.
And I still think we ought to try to get my wife on in the carry-on.
I'm down if she's down.
She's got to be quiet.
I mean, but that's a bumpy ass fucking ride in the compartment up top.
Yeah, but just think of the money we'll save.
It's not bad. And I'm going to throw this out here, guys. If anybody from around here is wanting to go to the show, you can fly out of Kansas City for roughly $300 a person, nonstop, there and back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were going to say if anybody wants to pay for our flight.
If anybody wants to pay for a flight, they can do that shit too.
Yeah, anybody want to sponsor that shit? Now taking sponsors. I'll get a tattoo.
$20 is $20.
You sponsor our flights out there, and I'll get a tattoo.
That's not saving you much.
No, they have to pay for the tattoo as well.
Oh, and they got to pay for the tattoo.
Or they can do it, whatever.
Man, you're making a
I'm
deal
joking.
with the
I
devil.
am way fucking joking on that one.
But yeah, I mean,
But if somebody does want to do some sponsoring, we'll take it.
yeah, I don't know. What
We'll even say your name on their live.
on their live feed.
I'll be mid stride, just talking like a son of a bitch. Then I'll throw your name in there.
John Mavis, thank you. Just raw.
PJ, if you want to sponsor us to go out there, that's
Some Snore HVAC.
what I'm
Boy,
talking
that
about.
can get thrown up in there real quick.
Oh yeah. Nemo insulation. You know.
We're throwing them out there, guys. H&H Construction.
SMS.
I mean, yeah, you guys could be all up on a Utah live feed for the world to see again.
Papa Inc. I mean, come on now.
We're just throwing it out there. So these dudes they have a killer points. Their points fund is roughly $18,000 for the winner in cash and prizes. They have what Johnny calls a mulligan. So you have to verify what shows you're going to be at. You have to be at 5 of them, of the 8 or 9, however many they do. So if you commit to 5, you get a mulligan. Such as when you went out and battery cables do dumb shit.
Right.
You can
show up to
throw that
another
one.
show.
Correct. You can go to another show and get rid of that 0 points or whatever you got. Because if you out there, the show points are 9, your Heat Wins is 9 points, your Mad Dog is 17 points. Your first place points are 35, second place 26, third place 18, fourth place 11, fifth place 5.
And see what I like about that is they keep those points low.
Yes,
That way it's more of a race. Somebody's not just going to run off with that bitch.
correct. And then that Mad Dog, that's 17 points for the Mad Dog. I mean, that's like finishing third and a half.
Right.
You know, so you get those guys that they might not win it, they might run second, but they get a Mad Dog. They're getting 43 points out of that show, plus their 9 points to show up. So they're at 52 points for one show. But that same guy who took 52, he might dump a transmission
Right.
at the next one, or he gets to kick that bitch to the curb and hit the reset button. So you're talking guys who are paying out a lot of money to go junk shit. Junk. Man, I just don't know how much better it can get. You're standing there, you're watching this badass show. You got mountains all around you. The sunset is going down over the mountains. You've got the beautiful sunset glistening off the mountaintop snow.
Yeah, but I've got a better question.
Okay.
What's everybody drink out there?
I don't know. It's pretty fucking close to Colorado, so we might be drinking some Coors Light. I don't know.
Fuck that. I'm drinking Keystone if we're doing that. Keith Stone. It's always smooth. That's who needs to sponsor our shit.
Do you got a cousin? You know, if you got one that can hook it up with some Reeboks or something like that. But, man, I'm sorry. I keep repeating this, man. I'm just fucking.
Yeah, you sound like a little girl.
I am.
He got asked to prom today.
I don't care. Fill me up in the back seat. I don't care. Right through my little pink drawers. I don't care.
Well, it says that Utah's signature alcohol drink is the Mountain Derby. It's Woodford Reserve, grapefruit juice, honey, and lemon juice.
Wow.
I'll try it.
You'll try anything
You talked
once.
it to me. You talked me into it.
You will try anything once.
I'm not seeing much else here.
Nothing on beer?
That's what I'm looking at. I'm sure these people don't give a fuck about that. Nothing but IPAs. And if you're drinking IPAs, you get...
I'm out.
God damn, them things are nasty.
I am so far out on IPAs. So,
We got a lot of shit going on here real quick.
A lot. What'd you do? Look at your schedule?
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled my calendar up and like, fuck me.
Yeah, and then we got to throw work in there and all that other good shit.
Yikes. It says the most bought beer in Utah is Budweiser.
Ugh. You can't say that. We support the life. We didn't say we ever agreed with the shit, but we do support it.
We've got so much shit going on here in the next few months, I might as well go ahead and push my car in the fucking corner.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, let's talk about some shit coming up this weekend right here in our neck of the woods.
Our neck of the woods.
Got a little Higby action.
On the 15th.
Yep.
Got a little Shelbina action.
Which will be way cooler.
On the 15th.
Because of that beer garden.
Because of the beer garden.
And fucking Junior's getting his feet wet.
Yes.
Actually, he's getting wet the night before.
Yes. He's going to get wet twice in one weekend.
Ugh, he's going to be a wore out motherfucker.
But he did say that they did not have enough interest in the street stocks for Lewistown, so they ex-nayed that class.
That's such a hard thing. It's crazy to me. You got people running around wanting that class. I want it.
And then they won't go and support it.
But they might have. That's the shitty part.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know who's going to get that itch or that tingle
On
Thursday
Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Hell, even on Wednesday night,
yeah.
sitting in the shop drinking beer. Man, fuck, all I got to do is put transmission in this piece of shit.
Yeah, or, I'll wad this ass end up and run her one more time.
Yep.
So that's how derbies work.
It is.
But I wish him all the luck.
All of it.
Yes.
All of it. We will be... I'm going to have a long fucking Saturday. I'm going to have a long Saturday. My alarm goes off at 3:45 Saturday morning.
You flying to Shelbina?
I'm not flying to Shelbina. I got to drive. I got to be in Shelbina at 5 a.m.
Gross. Golf?
Uh-huh.
Yuck.
In Hannibal. Then drive back. Then announce a derby. Then drive home. And then probably get up again at 3:45 again to be back in Shelbina by 5 on Sunday.
Oof. Well, I'm going to go watch.
And drink beer.
I told you I might co-announce that bitch with you.
And drink beers.
Mini beers, not little ones, a lot of them.
Because they're going to tell you, you can think you can drink all the beers. I don't think you can.
Not at Shelbina.
Not at Shelbina.
I don't know that I've ever seen them run out of beer.
Mm-mm. Like, I've seen them run out of, like, PBR or something like that, that they have but don't stock much. But they're not running out of good beers.
But that's what's going on this weekend. I'm anxious to see where everybody goes. Because there's actually 4 derbies this weekend, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got Lewistown, Shelbina, Higby, Clinton with Lucky Sevens.
They're doing 2 in one fucking night.
Where's the other one at?
Versailles or something like that, where they're doing one's a derby and one's figure 8 and all that stuff.
Crazy bastards.
So they're sitting there, they're taking their entire crew and they have to separate their entire crew to do these, and I'm pretty sure they're at like the same start times and everything.
Yeah.
But speaking of Lucky Sevens,
Eldon.
they had Eldon Saturday night, which we did hit on the last episode. They did the bump and run and some side-by-side stuff on Thursday. They did.
It was their fair week.
Yes. They did figure 8 on Friday and derby on Saturday.
And Mr. J. Creed.
Somebody come out of retirement with the old caddy.
I told the motherfucker he don't ever retire. He just takes a break.
Yeah, he just chills. He just chills.
That car still looks fucking killer. Him and his boy, 1-2.
1 and 2.
Looked like the Ray boys junked their shit. Which, that's not unheard of from those guys.
No. Tyler keeps having motor issues. And it's not really, because he's not losing derbies because of a motor.
No, he could have kissed his bumper.
Yes. But that bitch is pulled down.
Uh-huh.
And fixed.
Uh-huh.
Because here is, I'm not outing nobody. These guys built down. Because Tyler and Henry both, that was their Border Wars cars.
Uh-huh.
Well, they were allowed X amount up there. They could come run Eldon street stocks with those cars. But they damn near had to cut them almost all the way apart to run them in the stock.
Right.
Now, both of them, I got Snapchats yesterday. Both of them are already pulled down. Now they can weld their plates back on where they need to, and then they can run their street stock for, Lucky 7 stuff. I'm going to tell you, dude, those are some devoted motherfuckers.
Well, they're always in the shop. Like, I get Snapchats from them dudes all the time. They are always in the shop. And the cool thing about it is, we always talk about wife support, and stuff like that. They have a support system down there, or they couldn't do what they're doing.
No. When we got to Border Wars, a bunch of Missouri guys came up by where we were vending, and I didn't even recognize them. I saw Tyler at Spring X, and then I didn't see him, and then I saw him at Border Wars. The better half made him shave. And he didn't tell me that, and I said, what the fucking... Dude, I saw you a month ago, and you were full beard. I said, you catch it on fire, welding, burn.
That shit happens.
Torch. He's like, nope. She told me it was needed to go, so it's a goatee.
Right.
But it's just not full tilt, and it did. I mean, it was like, man, I couldn't even see your face a month ago, and now I can see 3/4 of your face.
In Warrenton, they had some shitty luck, it looked like.
Warrenton. Whole 7 cars.
Fuck.
22 fucking mowers, though.
That's rough, though. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's rough on a fair board. I feel bad for the fair board.
I feel bad for the fair board. Maybe the fair board needs to readjust.
I would say they will. They'll surely back up and regroup after that, because this isn't the first time. And they have played a part in some of that shit too.
They canceled the fucker like 3 days before because of
and I had a derby and got every one of the fucking cars that was supposed to go to theirs. They couldn't have actually, that last one, I should have paid them.
Yeah.
Because they canceled that shit, and them motherfuckers all come to Palmyra.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody was calling me, you having your derby? I was like, unless God himself comes down here and hits me over the head with a fucking lightning bolt, this derby is a go.
It's just what they want to.
And we did. We got 3 inches of motherfucking rain right before that derby. I scraped the fucking track off and made it happen.
Yeah, it rained the entire day before.
Mm-hmm.
The Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
And all day Friday,
Uh-huh.
and then it stopped.
Uh-huh.
Cut track, sun came out, had put water on it.
Yep.
And maybe if they would have done the same shit, they could have had a show, but, is what it is.
And I can understand it if you can't get people in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Fix it.
I think it's gravel.
Well, some of it is.
I've been there a couple times,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure 3/4 of the way up is all at least gravel or asphalt on the other side.
That's what I told everybody. I was like, fuck, I should have taken my car.
No. Is somebody getting in it this weekend?
They are not.
They are not.
I have been baling hay and working. I have not had a chance to even touch that motherfucker.
Well, they've got another one in September.
Uh-huh. It'll go somewhere. Like I said, I gotta get a second. All this rain we've been getting, I want to make sure we got this hay up.
All the rain. All the rains.
But I'm anxious for this weekend. I'm anxious to see where everybody's at. Because I don't know who's going to go where. It's fucking rough, man. You put that many goddamn derbies on one weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Yep. And, I mean, we've said it before.
I mean, I've fell on that blade before.
They're roughly an hour from each other.
Yeah.
The two in northeast Missouri.
Yeah. That Clinton one won't be as bad for us.
Because I'm not real familiar with
Clinton's
down
about
south.
3 fucking hours.
That's
Not
down
quite.
by like Springfield, Joplin area.
The Springfield area down in there. And Versailles, it's right outside of, well, I say right outside, but outside of Jeff City.
Yeah.
But that shit going on up here is it's gonna hurt. I mean, it's ignorant to me that Showbina's Derby's on the same time every year.
It changes every 5 years.
Right.
And it goes from one weekend ahead.
Yeah, that's just because of the fair.
Following,
I mean,
correct.
it's the fair.
Because it's all where 4th of July falls.
I mean, fucking Higbee ain't got shit going on.
Nothing. At all.
And me as a promoter, I would have stepped up and been like, hey guys, we don't want to do this.
You're cutting your own nuts. They are cutting their own balls.
Yep.
That's how they're
Well,
doing.
they're hurting both of them. I don't give a fuck who
Correct.
says what. They're hurting each other.
They're jumping themselves in the castration line
Mm-hmm.
and just saying,
Because there's not a fucking thing Junior could have done about it.
No. Oh, shit, I forgot. Memphis is this weekend.
Yeah.
Is on Friday. Steve Turlow, Lunatic
Yep.
show on Friday. Which, I promise you, those rules are very
Very far
far
apart.
from each other.
I'm not sure I understand.
But I just want...
My watch doesn't understand.
Neither do I, Watch. Neither do I. But I want to see this be a successful weekend for Junior because of what he's trying to do.
How many dudes' first ever show you just say, here,
50 entries.
I'm paying X
Fuck
amount. SMS, Corey Ludington was the first dude to jump on board that wasn't Junior and
Right.
said, I'll cover
And
X
then
amount.
they had more people jumping in on it.
Yes, I'll cover X amount. I'll cover
Yeah.
X amount. So if you go to that show, you do have to pay. Even your entry fee will be covered if you're the first 40 or 50 drivers, however many they have. You still do have to pay $10 to get into the fair itself to get to the pits. He has announced that. That is no secret. Yes, your $40 entry fee or whatever is called 40 or 50 or whatever it is for a driver's fee. But you do have to pay that 10 to get in. So anybody listening to this on Thursday that plan on going to Lewistown on Friday and you plan on taking a car, be very considerate. If you're using one of these first 40 or 50 entries, pay that $10 and roll the fuck on.
Yep. Or fuck it. If you feel like you like what he's done there, pay that shit forward.
Correct.
Here, you know what? I think I'll just go ahead and pay mine. Or here, here's enough for a couple more.
Yep. Here's a couple compact drivers.
Gross.
I just did that just to see her face. But there's big shit coming up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, this shit's about to get wild again.
Because Illinois is going to start jumping off again.
Yep.
I know Adams County Fair, Illinois State Fair. Both of those are Southern Number 9 Tour shows. I still got to get a van built for some dickhead kid of mine.
Right.
Before September 9th. Because that is how our weekend is going to go, dude.
Oh, I know.
No, let's break this down. September. Labor Day.
Uh-huh.
Shelbina.
Uh-huh.
September 9th.
Uh-huh.
Pleasant Hill. September 16th. Utah. September 23rd. Madison. Fuck.
I told you. That's what I just looked at my calendar.
Oh, goddamn.
And that's not counting the shit we got going in August.
Correct. But you see, we just got to keep sitting here saying this. We do this for the betterment of the sport.
We do this for the greater good, goddammit.
So this one isn't really that informative. But we did want to hit on the news that we have gotten. I want to thank everybody who has taken this ride with us. I will tell you, and you for the first time, as soon as Watch It County is over, we have a guest lined up that will be running in that show. And it's a nasty son of a bitch. Want to thank Derek Court for making all this possible, of just being true dude right off the rip, getting us hooked up with the correct amount of people. And like I said, Full Contact TV, they'll be at the show, they'll be streaming it if you want to watch it that way from your living room or your shop. Or
And this won't be the first time or last time we talk about this.
no,
Like we'll give you some updates.
my giddiness is getting over a little bit, maybe by within a month. But thanks to everybody who listens, all the downloads. We are in I don't know how many countries now, but dudes that I didn't even know had internet.
Right. Well, what gets me, and I didn't realize this, how far we were reaching out. I've had some dudes that have messaged me that are like, "Hey, my buddy was talking about your all's podcast. I don't have Spotify. He didn't know where else you could find it." And I'm like, "Here, dude, YouTube. Like, I mean, anywhere that supports a podcast, we're probably there."
Yep. Google Podcast.
Or
Apple
fuck
Play.
it. If you can't find me on a podcast station or channel, call me. I'll fucking talk to you. I don't care. Message me on Facebook. Hell, there's a lot of times I'm running that sprayer. I'll talk to you all goddamn day.
I got 48 miles that I can talk there and back from work, so.
And hell, if you really want to, call us. We'll fucking get you on this podcast.
Yeah, if you're anything related to any kind of derby big cars, yeah. Yep. So, I have had some guys reach out. There is a pecking order,
Right.
but there's always some curveballs thrown in that order.
Right. Yeah, I know, because I've had a couple people the last couple weeks. Why haven't you had anybody on? Well, motherfuckers, my schedule hasn't lined up with anybody else's.
Nope. No.
Sorry.
Doing a podcast on a Tuesday is not normal for us.
No.
So,
No.
just like I said, guys, just keep hitting it. Just keep hitting it. Just keep hitting it. Share them. Download them. I don't know what else to do.
I don't know, but y'all are helping. I do know that.
Yes. Yeah. And we thank the hell out of you for it. So, we're going to close this one up. We got to book plane tickets.
Yep. Next week we will have a guest.
Yep.
And we'll go back to some of our same old bullshit where I get a little drunk and talk some shit.
Yep. Any last words other than talking shit?
No, sir.
Make junk, boys.